So this is that fun time of the month or fun time of the quarter when we take a look at where we are in terms of our expectations for Tesla's sales and profits going into the third and fourth quarter of 2023. I'm hoping that you always enjoy these videos, and I would really like to hear your comments with regard to whether you think I'm completely nuts or whether these are kind of in line. I've tried to be super conservative on this base case. This is the base case analysis. Let me know what you think. Hit the like if you like what it turns out to look like. Hit subscribe, or if you hate it, even still hit like. Anyway, and then hit subscribe and hit notify. You know you're going to want to be there tomorrow morning for the show starting at 7:10, where we talk about what's going to happen the day after a 3.5% rise on Tesla. Will we get another rise tomorrow? How are things looking? You know, we closed close to the high, and the after hours was looking pretty strong too. So love to see you tomorrow morning to talk about that. Hit notify if you want to be reminded. And then, of course, we are now at number 77 on the number of Patreons that are joined up. I'm trying to get 100 by a week from Monday. We can do this. It only takes a couple of days to get there, maybe 3 a day to get there. So help out. But also, you know what? This information that we're going to go over today, that has been up there now for a couple of days already. And there's quite a number of other spreadsheets, including my 2024 spreadsheet, a spreadsheet on the Tesla semi-trucks, a spreadsheet on energy, and a spreadsheet on the Optimus bots all the way through the end of the decade. I think those are useful and you might find them helpful. So anyway, it's free right now. You can get up there and try them out for 7 days for free. And then if you decide to join, it's only $5 or $10 a month, whatever you decide how to participate. All right, let's take a look here. Fremont did 138 the first quarter, 140 the second quarter. I'm saying that they will actually make fewer than 140,000 cars in the third quarter, but that they will use inventory that's sitting there. They were over 100,000 total cars in inventory. I'm saying inventories will be reduced in the third quarter, and they will sell about the same number out of Fremont that they did in the second quarter. And then a little bit more in the fourth quarter as they start ramping up from the third quarter after all the changeovers that they're going to do that'll reduce production in the third quarter. Now the Fremont factory will be capable of doing even more than it could do before, but I'm saying it'll still be around 150,000 cars sold in the fourth quarter. Shanghai got the same situation, got 230,000 in the second quarter, but they made a lot more than they shipped. So in the third quarter, they'll be shutting down Shanghai, at least the Model 3 for a while in order to upgrade it. And so I'm saying that they will make fewer than they did in quarter two, but that they will sell from inventory. And so that'll increase the total numbers. I mean, make about the same number sold. Now, let's keep in mind, when I say that I'm guessing these numbers, nobody can guess them any better than I can, because what? You never know what's going to happen. The last couple of weeks, my sales have been terrible on my bicycle products that I sell throughout the country, but mostly in the West. And I was like, why are my bicycle products why are they not selling so well right now on Amazon? And then I go, oh my gosh, we've had this heat wave. It's 104 in Texas. It's 110 in Arizona. It's even 99, 101 here in Riverside. Oh, nobody's riding their bike right now. Of course, the sales are going to be down. Those are things you can't predict. So that's the same thing for everybody else that's trying to predict. I'm saying these are my best shot. All right. So Shanghai in the fourth quarter should make a lot more cars, and they should, I'm thinking, sell 250,000. For Austin, I'm looking at a small increase in quarter three, and Berlin, a small increase in quarter three, and another small increase in quarter four. Those are not huge increases. I actually expect them to do better than that, but I'm going to be super conservative this time. So those are my numbers. What does that happen when, so total of 1959, you're like, Randy, you said 2.25 or 2.3, then you said 2.1. Now you're saying 1.959. Well, you know what? Times change, things changed. I think Tesla actually pulled their pedal off, their foot off the accelerator and allowed a little braking action that they're not really talking about. I think they're prepping for 2024. And they said, you know what, let's do everything we can to get these factories just humming as we go into 2024. And so they ended up maybe 150,000 short of what I think they could have done, and maybe a lot more. But anyway, 1959, 1.959 million. All right, how does that turn out in terms of the overall number here? So that would, I'm saying that there'll be a 1% increase in the average sales cost. Again, super conservative. Most of the additional cars that are going to be sold are Model Y. So that should make the average, and Model 3s will be down. So it should make the average cost more. So I'm only saying 1%. So that's my 1% right there. Same thing for the fourth quarter, another 1%. Same thing's true for the fourth quarter. More Model Ys, which should increase the average sales cost just by that fact, regardless of whether they raise or lower prices during the course of those 2 months. I think they'll be raising them slightly. That's my guess. All right, now we'll talk about total auto revenue. You can see those numbers right there. Margins, I'm saying we were at 19 in the first quarter, went down to 18. I'm saying it just goes up by 1% to 19. Why the margin is going to go up? Well, the average selling price is going up and the cost of goods is going down. So it might be more than 1%, but I'm going to go with 1%. Why is the average cost of goods going down? Lower cost of batteries, lower cost of commodities, more ramp in Austin, more ramp in Berlin, and there's more reasons, but there's enough for you right there. All right, same thing in the fourth quarter. I'm saying another 1% increase in total margins, still only back to 20%. Quite frankly, I think it'll be more than that, but let's again be super conservative. All right, you take all that. Now let's go down to energy. Energy profit, super conservative. I based it on 10 billion in revenue, which is about half of the capacity of the Lathrop facility, 20% average cost of goods sold to give me 2 billion for the year. Could be higher than that, could be lower than that. You know, we've got additional capacity coming on probably October, November. So I think this is fair. We'll see what happens. If this is off by a little bit, it's not going to change the picture much. Other profit, you can see we went from 0.1 billion to 0.4 billion in the second quarter. I'm saying only another 0.1, another 100 million, another 100 million in third quarter and fourth quarter. I think that's low, but let's go conservative again. Total profit, you can see the numbers. Overhead, well, we went from 1.8 to 2.1. That was a big, big jump. And they explained it as they were spending more money on long-term projects and R&D and things that needed to go into overhead. I see that dropping back down to 2 billion in the third quarter and then back up a little bit as production ramps up. I think the overhead will be back up to 2.2 in the fourth quarter. Give us a gap of 2.5 and 2.7 is what we know happened, jumping to 3.4 and then to 4.5 billion. That's 98 cents in the third quarter and $1.32. Let me double check that to make sure that that's correct. Yes, that is correct. $1.32 in the, just one more try. I'm going to make sure everything's right here. Yes, everything is correct here. Yes. Okay. And $1.32 in the fourth quarter for a total of $4.01. And then after tax, $3.61. So that's pretty good, right? I think those are really solid numbers. And I think everybody would be very happy with that, including the street. All right, now let's look. I'm going to do the bear case. So in the bear case, I'm only going to do 1.959 million cars. I'm not going to take you all through this. You can go up on, you can take a snapshot if you want and kind of go through it yourself. Now, though, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to look at what do I do here? Well, in this case, I'm going to go with a lower total average selling cost in the third quarter, back down to 45,000, back like it was in the first quarter, and then just slightly up in the fourth quarter. So, you know, that's pretty conservative. Now I'm going to take total auto revenue, then margins. I'm saying, nope, we're going to stay at 18% the rest of the year. What? Hey, could be. I don't know. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but let's make a bear case. All right. We still get to 3.9 and then 4.4 billion in total auto gross profit. Energy profit, I kept that the same. Other profit, kept that the same. Overhead, all the rest of it, I kept the same. The gap on this comes out to a total of $11.90 for the year. with per share at 365, after tax of 328. Again, getting over $1 by the fourth quarter, even with those horrible suggested numbers. Well, you may agree with this, you may disagree with it. I'd love to have you point out where you disagree. Please tell me why you disagree. Give me some specifics in terms of what I need to change. You can go up on Patreon, of course, and you can download this. You can play with it. You can just have a good time with it and see what you think. But these numbers look really, really good to me. And I can't see any way that they're lower than this, barring some kind of crazy situation with some economy or multiple economies between now and then, and could be a little better if Elon was, sandbagging on the third quarter. So that's what I think. Please hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify, and join Patreon. Go down below and find the link where you can join Patreon and come and participate with me on Patreon. It's going to be, we have a lot of fun on Patreon, a little different kind of access to me through Patreon. If you want to get in longer conversations and talk about what's happening with Tesla or what's happening with the economy or even what's happening in your life. This is Randy Kirk. It's been great talking to you.